Supergirl Super Tuesday recap. I am Shanna. I am here with the Doctor, and we are going to discuss Season 3, Episode 17 of Supergirl Trinity. First off, what were your impressions of this week's episode?
Okay, so what I put in the post for the website, if you had told me halfway through Season 1 that Supergirl would have grown to be the second best show in the CW universe behind Legends of Tomorrow, with Legends being the first, I would have called you a bold-faced lie. But it is. They are not letting up, and I really liked it. Even though Mon-El is trash, I loved Lena calling Kara out on her hypocrisy. Like, oh, you kept secrets. Like, okay, what's your name then? Like, okay, we got secrets.
Lena out here acting like she don't know what that girl's name is.
But she proved her point. But especially if you think about it, Lena.
If Kara is dumb enough to think that Lena doesn't already know her name, that's
Kara is that dumb. I believe Kara is that dumb.
I really loved this episode.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good.
And I don't, you could tell by what happened that this didn't go the way they think it went. It's like, oh, we're done with purity and pestilence. Yeah, no, you're not.
I'm still on Emerald was right, and they should have killed old girl Pestilence last week. She was not.
You're not wrong.
Homegirl was like, "You need to kill the humanity inside of you." She was like, "Done."
Next, what's the next task?
Finished. Oh, I gotta wait on the other two. They not there yet. Oh, okay.
I can go in and get them if you need me to.
She was so ready. And then when they showed up at the end, she was like, oh, the humanity in you. I just knew you were going to be a problem.
Look, when Mon-El and Emma were fighting, I was like, punch that bitch into the sun. She just need to go.
She did not give a fuck at all. And I was like, I love her. I love her, even though I understand that she's problematic as fuck. I love her. And then so then both of them go away and they see all this power get sucked into Rain, and they're like, the evil has been defeated. I'm like, no, it hasn't. What makes you think like, what makes you think the evil has been defeated? Like, she just got more powerful, and now there's not even her equal.
She got a power up.
Yeah. And now there's not even someone who's her equal to stop her. That's what makes it so messed up. Is like they were like, the only way you can be defeated is by someone who's your equal, and now they don't even have that.
Right, that had to be another world killer, which is what Julia did by killing Pestilence.
So let's talk about my girl Julia, because I both love her, and then I was also like, really, when she was stuck in the alternate worlds, whatever, in her mind, girl, you killed like one person. She killed like one person, and she couldn't snap out of it.
She was. It traumatized her that bad.
I was like, it took Sam a whole ass like 2.5 hours for her demons to even come at her, and she killed a heck of people. But Julia killed like one little boy who was like, no, I'm bad. I can't do it. I'm bad. I was like, oh God, Julia, get it together. I was like, I just wanted to slap her. I was like, get it together, girl. You can do this. And then, so the Lena scene in the beginning.
I liked how that was shot.
So wonderfully shot. Everyone looking at her, everyone kind of being like, like trying to come at her with these, well, why didn't you? And well, why didn't you? And she's just like, I don't answer to y'all.
Yeah, you don't pay my salary. Yeah. And I just love the cut of it between them looking through her lab and the aftermath of the destruction while they're talking to her. I just loved how they shot that.
I get it, because on one end, they felt betrayed as friends. Like, not only as you are our friend, why didn't you come to us? But also, we all care about Sam. So why didn't you come to us, like, at least on her behalf? So I get that part of it. But I also get Lena where she's like, y'all keep secrets from me all the time. I didn't know whether or not you were going to turn her in or make her a lab rat or make things worse, like make Rain come out. Like, I had Rain under control. So for y'all to look at me cross-eyed, when I thought this was the only way to save my friend is ridiculous. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then because we see that scene of everybody just looking at her, like just distrustful. So when she calls James to tell him, and she does it over the phone, because she's like, I just didn't want you to look at me the way everyone else is looking at me today.
Girl, that cut.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. Like my whole heart broke. And then the scene of Jimmy going in as guardian to find out what's in her lab. And I actually had to rewind it because I wasn't looking at the screen the first time. So when he was like, yeah, there's nothing here, I was like, really? There's nothing here? And then I rewound it and I saw that he didn't even open it up. I was like, oh, he loves her and trusts her. Okay.
And you could see on his face when he made the choice, like, if I love her and I trust her, and I've been able to get over my distrust of her, and I, of all people in the room, know what the Luthers are capable of because they've been trying to kill my best friend for years, y'all got to back off. And it was a decision he had to make between his friendship with Kara and his love for Lena. And I don't mind that he made the decision because Kara's being a fucking hypocrite.
Well, the thing I also appreciated about it was that it was his decision to have Lena show him, have Lena tell him what's in there. It was not just, I trust her enough to not go in here, but I trust her enough that I'm going to tell her the truth. And if she cares about me the way I care about her, she's going to tell me the truth. And she did. She told him. She's like, yeah, I made that kryptonite. Lena is a beast. I love her so much. She made her own homemade kryptonite.
But let's talk about it. Folks be like, oh, you're terrible for doing it. I'm like, I'm sorry. Did we not remember when she went full bad in season 1? Mm-hmm. It might not be a bad thing to have some of that shit on hand. Just saying.
Yeah. We had this argument. Was it the beginning of this season where we had Clark, or was it the beginning of last season?
Beginning of season 2.
We had this argument before when Clark was basically mad at John for the DEO still having some kryptonite. And it's like, we have to have something, dude. Like,
stop you.
Go ahead.
You got shit to stop us. They got stuff to stop him. Wait, he's got stuff to stop them. Why can't we have something to stop you in case you lose your mind?
And that's the thing with all of the DC superheroes, at least the like super powered ones like Wonder Woman, Superman, all that other stuff. Like, you need a weapon against them because we've all seen the episode where somebody gets turned bad, or somebody like loses their mind, or red kryptonite, or you have to have some sort of defense against them.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at Lena. Now, I don't know about Jimmy. Like, it seems like he believes her, and he does believe that she's good and not going to hurt anybody. But at the same time, does he keep that from Kara?
I think he does.
What's done in the dark will always come to the light.
It might, but he has to, because he saw how she reacted. Now he knows how she's gonna react.
True.
And that is not logically. I don't think I'm Team Lena. And that's gonna be the episode title, Team Lena.
Last week we're like, Emerald was right. Team Lena. But also admitting that we all love Kara a lot this season. We do. I mean, she's been great this season. Don't get me wrong, but I'm Team Lena.
Yeah. Lena's not wrong. Like she said, y'all are in clandestine agency. I'm not even supposed to know about. How was I supposed to tell you? What was I supposed to tell you?
And I like that she called.
This was my friend. She came to me. If she thought she could come to you, she would have came to you. She didn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like what she did come to Alex, and Alex was like, she came to me. If you saw something different, how come you didn't come to me? She was like, did you tell Sam you work for the DEO when she came to you? She was like, you right. I love Alex was like, you right. And I love that Alex's one concern was, is Ruby safe? Because Alex really wants to be a mom one day. That's been her whole story arc for most of the season. She cares about Ruby. So if Sam does not make it through this season, do you think Alex adopts Ruby?
Ruby be dying. What are you talking about?
He is not dying. They are not killing a child on Supergirl. They are not killing a child on the show where the power of love saves everybody.
You're so optimistic and sweet. That's cute.
When Alex has adopted Ruby. You heard it here first. That was my theory.
Did this wrong.
We need to talk about Mon-El for a second because I just need him to go back to the future. I love him. You know how much I love me some Chris Wood in them arms. But this whole pining over Kara, I can't do this to my wife, yada, yada, yada. I'm over it.
Look, I put that in the description. Mon-El being trash.
I get it.
Like, take your wife and go home.
Yeah, I get it. He's never gotten over Kara. He still wants to tell her. Don't they have some way to check on the future? Don't they have like a newspaper like The Flash or something like that? Because I feel like that would have also told them that they did defeat Pestilence.
They didn't get a
They don't have a Gideon or nothing.
No, they don't have a Gideon.
But I'm just like, you just need to go back to the future with your wife. Because this is the other thing that pisses me off, is because he spent so much of this season being like, I can't be with you, Kara, and we need to get over each other, Kara. And then now it's like, okay, so she's really moving on. She's growing. She's maturing. And then you're like, I want to stay here. I just want to hold her and protect her. Stop.
Dude, get the fuck on.
Like, what is this? High school? What is this? 90210? Please stop. So I just need him to go back to the future.
I'm just cracking up because that's a movie.
Yeah. Oh, and I did Google just because while I was watching it, I was like, are they still dating? They are still dating, Chris Wood and Melissa Benoist.
Oh, yeah. I figured we'd have heard if they had broken up.
Yeah, you never know, though. Sometimes the couples, they keep it on the low until they're ready to announce it. But I was like, let me look at this up just in case, because that also might determine whether or not he stays. Also, I think it's kind of funny, this is just me being gossipy. So that her ex-husband, they met doing Glee together. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and then when Glee ended and she got the new show, was kind of when they broke up. So
he guessed it on there as a Cat's son.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's just kind of funny. It feels like they're doing the reverse storyline right now. On the TV show. What else happened this episode?
Mon-El being trash. Lena calling Kara out. Sam fighting desperately. Because I guess what happens is you forget yourself, and once you're done forgetting yourself, you pretty much die, and Rain takes over for good, or your world killer personality takes over for good.
Or if you're Grace and you just don't care about your humanity, Grace just gave up.
Yeah. When giving Alex the new suit with magnetic, hey, that came in handy.
Oh, okay. I really like
being able to call her guns to her. That was pretty damn awesome.
I think it was season 1 where Alex had that suit that was just a ginormous
Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Neck.
It was a Hulkbuster suit, but it felt super uncomfortable and huge, and she couldn't move in it. So I really
was bulky and not practical at all.
And I love the scene with her and John at the end, but she's like, "I've been asking for something," and he's like, "Can't just be spending government budgets all willy nilly."
Blame the government.
That was cute. So yeah, I'm excited about Alex's new suit. I'm assuming that's gonna play a role in the final battle. And it's kind of cool that they have such a super powered team right now with the Legion and Kara and Alex with her super suit. It was that fight scene with the World Killers was really cool.
It was. Everybody was there. Like I said, punch that bitch into the sun.
So her Reign's Fortress of Solitude is now destroyed. I feel like we didn't get enough of this mother figure wizard person that was
the dark Kryptonian.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get enough of her. Like she would just kind of show up every once in a while. So I don't know. I still kind of feel like the plan or what the world killer is like meant to do is still not. It's still very vague, and I don't know if we're gonna see that character again. Because she seemed linked to the Fortress of Desertude or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know what happens next. My question is, with Lena having this new ability, does she become their villain for next season? And whatever happened to Morgan Edge? Because Ray never got around to giving him the killing he needed.
He too busy on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
This is true. I put on Twitter, shout out to him and Agent Piper for getting these dual DC Marvel checks. I see you.
He too busy on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doing big things, being crazy on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like Lena was always destined to be our big bad, but I don't want her to be the big bad.
I don't either. But I feel like that's what they're building to.
Yeah. I could see her just getting frustrated with everybody. like, look, I'm tired of trying to prove I'm good. Will y'all be out here fucking up too?
Listen, I mean, let's talk about it. Shall we talk about it? No, we already talked about it. The fact that, hello, hypocrites? Hypocrisy much? And she even said, it wasn't my personal business to tell. She came to me. I'm not telling your secrets, just like I'm not telling your secrets. I'm not telling her secrets. I mean, Lena had an answer for all of it. And I know there are people out there that don't trust her, but I am Team Lena. She was not wrong.
She was not wrong at all. And I think the real hypocrisy is the fact that Kara will do the whole, give this whole speech about how we need to do the right thing and we need to trust people and blah, blah, blah. And then the minute things went sideways, she was like, so I'm going to need you to break in and find out what Lena is up to. And it's like, she doesn't give other people the same grace. Where when you decide that something is worth bending the rules for, then because you made that decision and you're Supergirl and you have the moral high ground, clearly it must be right. But if anybody else bends or breaks the rules, then they clearly have chosen the wrong side.
Yeah, that's bull.
Yeah. Classic 53% behavior.
Yeah.
So, do we have any feedback?
No, because I've been sick all week and I never got around to putting up a post.
All right. So what grade would you give this episode?
Oh, I give it an A. Like I said, they are not fucking up. They are full speed ahead. We're not getting useless stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I am absolutely loving this season. I think everyone is doing an amazing job. The pacing, the story, all of it is just, it's just so on point. I don't feel like there's been a wasted episode. Flash. I don't feel like we have focused on the wrong characters or, the focus has been evenly spread and in a way that keeps the story moving forward. Flash.
Look, I have not watched Flash.
I have stopped.
But I just saw the preview for the next episode. Is it me or basically, so the thinker is basically trying to erase technology, use technology to, what is happening? What the fuck happens to the Flash? What happened?
I feel like
what the hell?
I haven't watched it either, but I feel like the cast of The Flash is just as eager for this season to be over as I am.
Oh my God. It's terrible.
say yes. I got nothing. But Supergirl has been doing great, and I mean, considering that it had that super long hiatus because of the trade-off with Legends. Oh, I know what we can talk about for a second. Let's talk about these canceled and renewal decisions.
Oh my God! It was like Thanos is just all over the goddamn place.
Oh my God! Like these.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I gotta send you this video. My son, my oldest, my firstborn, sent it to me.
It's been
It's
so
basically
ridiculous.
the Thanos snap, and then it's a compilation of different characters from different movies disappearing. It's so funny. I'll post it in the actual group. I think I could. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry, folks. You just get these spoilers.
No, yeah, people need to stop. If you are being spoiled at this point, it's your fault. AMC was offering double reward points if you went and saw it again this weekend. So
wow,
you should have went. The big one that was the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That was like the big story. So that got canceled by Fox, along with like four other shows.
Exorcist.
Yeah, like Fox was just decimating its own lineup, which I read an article and they said it's because of NFL and MLB stuff. They have basically so many hours of sports that they needed to cut back on some of their shows. But they chose to keep Gotham.
Girl. Well, they said, and that's pending a decision on the recast of Lethal Weapon. And I'm like, y'all, and they're bringing back Last Man Standing with Tim Allen.
Yes, they're bringing back a show that got canceled. Why? So apparently people are saying that the reason that these multi-camera, like old school sitcoms are coming back next season is because of the success of Roseanne, which wasn't even really a success. Like the first 2 weeks, as far as I know, of Roseanne had really high ratings. And since then, they haven't really hit that anymore. So it was basically people checking it out. And now it's getting the same ratings as any other sitcom. So that was stupid. But now, apparently, next season, all these networks are ordering multi-camera sitcoms based on that. Then you have the CW. So people are mad with the CW because they canceled. Well, you know I'm mad because they canceled Life Sentence.
Yeah, I did see that.
like 3 days after I was talking about how amazing Life Sentence is. Here comes the CW. They also canceled Valor, which, yay, because I didn't know anyone who was watching that.
Basically.
But then people are mad at them because they chose not to pick up Wayward Sisters, which was basically going to be a supernatural spinoff focusing on the two women demon hunters, so the girl versions of Sam and Dean. Which, I get it. Like, be mad if you want to be mad. But who you should really be mad at is Supernatural, who got picked up for a 14th season. How is this show still on?
Season 15.
Oh, are they currently in 14, and next season will be 15?
This is shit.
14,
yes,
15, it's too much. That's all I know, is it is too much. Supernatural needs to give up the ghost and let somebody else have that time slot. This is ridiculous. Like, they really need to stop. Yeah, so people are mad about that. And I'm like, what? To me, it's like
I'm sorry, they're in season 13. The new season will be season 14.
It's like the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Like, you're mad at Supernatural because your other Supernatural show didn't get picked up. This makes no sense. Who else got canceled? Oh, ABC. So ABC canceled Designated Survivor, which people are upset about. I didn't watch it. I feel your pain, I guess. I don't know.
And Quantico.
The Quantico thing, here's my thing. I can understand them canceling Quantico, except Quantico just came back. Like, they pushed it all the way back till April to premiere it. And now they're saying it's canceled. You might as well have just said this was going to be their last season. Like, why would you keep them holding on? Like, I honestly hope that whatever they have filmed, it ends, like, well. Because if they leave it on a cliffhanger, people are going to be pissed.
Oh, The Expanse is gone.
Yeah, The Expanse got canceled, which I know people are really into. And from what I hear,
it's a really good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. And also, I guess like it really started to hit its stride in the past 2 seasons. And it's based on books, right? So I think there's like more of the books for them.
And people said that they stayed really true to the books, which is rare in an adaptation.
So I feel bad for that. I know Chris watches that. He doesn't podcast about it, but I know he watches it.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, he went on a whole rant.
He did a whole, I mean, and it was a good rant because it's a good point. It's like sci-fi, the shows that are tanking in their ratings and are really not taking into account streaming, which is stupid in 2018. But the shows that are taking in the ratings are the ones they're flocking to, which no one wants to watch. And it's just like, it just doesn't make any sense.
And sci-fi has really dropped off when it comes to original programming.
It's sad because their science fiction original programming is really good. Like Dominion, they fucked that up. All these years later, I'm still mad about what they did with Dominion.
I love Killjoys. And didn't they cancel, what was the other one that was not Killjoys, but basically came on the same time as it? Why am I forgetting it right now?
Defiance?
No, it was the one about like the 7 people who like wake up in space.
Oh, Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. Yeah, they canceled that last season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know Killjoys is coming back, but I feel like this is going to be the last season for Killjoys.
Yeah, probably.
Which sucks. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of good original programming. I feel like
what people are enjoying Kryptonite. I watched the pilot and it just didn't hit. I mean, I'm glad y'all liking it. Hiroja asked me if I wanted to podcast, and I was like, I'm not based off that pilot. And I said I'd go back and watch a couple more, but I just have not been inspired to. So
same. I watched the premiere. I haven't watched anything since. I feel like now sci-fi is trying to get into the comic book game
instead of doing what they do best, which is sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they feel like that's where the money is at. Everybody is doing comic book shows. But then if that's the case, there are so many good independent sci-fi comic books to pull from. Like, it doesn't have to be DC or Marvel.
Exactly. But they think, oh, we need DC money, we need Marvel. No, you were doing fine with what you had.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I don't know. A lot happening in the world of television, but I think it's next week or the week after we're going to get the upfronts, which is where they're going to be announcing all the new shows. What I will say I'm excited about coming to the CW is the Charmed reboot, and that's just because they have a bunch of women of color. Mm-hmm. And also the Roswell reboot, again, because I love the original, and the new concept has a lot of people of color.
Yeah, and I think they changed the title to Roswell, New Mexico or something.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So it's supposed to be using the whole undocumented immigrant thing as a metaphor, which they kind of did in the first show as well. But it was not as blatant. But yeah, the main character is going to be, the Liz character is going to be a girl who's an undocumented immigrant who then falls in love with this alien boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say about the show?
No, I'm loving it. Loving it. We are doing the thing. So good. Being acted well. I mean, like I said, even who directed this episode? Because just that opening sequence was like flames. Oh my God. Who directed this one?
I'm looking it up right now. Jesse Warren.
Okay, Jesse.
What else has Jesse done?
Good job, Jesse. Good
job. Jesse has done a lot of episodes of Supergirl, actually. Mostly this season.
The originals, Riverdale, The Flash, The Shannara Chronicles, True Blood, Spartacus, War of the Damned. Okay, yeah. Okay, that had a lot of good sequences. The VTV series. A lot of sci-fi.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. the next episode is called Shelter from the Storm, and it's about Rain hunting Ruby. So that should be really interesting. I'm surprised because...
Sorry. Huh?
I'm surprised because I thought that would happen more towards the end of the season. But we still have like 6 episodes to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought Rain wouldn't go out to Ruby until like the second to last episode or something like that. So this should be interesting. I honestly don't know how they're going to end this season. I want Samantha to not die because I just like the actress and I like the character. But who knows where they're going to go this season? I honestly do not. Yeah, like they could be pulling a bait and switch on us, and by the end of the season, it could be Lena.
They bet not. They bet not.
Either way, in this moment, Team Lena.
We are Team Lena. Yes.
All right. So we will be back next week, and then the following weekend is a holiday weekend. So, we might double up the week after or something like that. Sorry, I'll be traveling. So, again, as Lance says, I'm never home.
She really isn't. And that's why we balance each other so well, because I'm never anywhere but home.
That's it. You gotta have friends who keep you balanced. So thank you for joining us. We will talk to you next week, and hopefully they won't kill that little girl. Because if they do, it'll be your fault.
Okay.
The worst. All right.
Did you expect a different reaction?
You're the absolute worst.
What? What'd I do? I'm that little girl. What'd I do?
This is why we can't have nice things.
What'd I
do? Blame the doctor. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.